Hey, this is Diggy here from flawlessconfidence.com, and this is going to be a simple kind of webinar related to confidence. So I was supposed to do this webinar last week, but somehow Ustream didn't work out, so I've decided to just record the video, post it on YouTube, and let everyone here watch it. So what I want to do is I want to start with my story. Who am I, and why am I running Flawless Confidence? Why am I helping people to become confident? So for most of my life, I was terribly shy. I had no confidence. And this was actually up until I was about 18 years old. I was always the kind of shy, smart, nerdy kid, didn't really have many friends, didn't get invited to parties. And I'd have the kind of thing where I was in school, and even if I knew the answer to something and the whole class was quiet, I would just keep quiet because I didn't want to be in that spotlight. I didn't want to risk people laughing at me so I just had so many bad experiences in school that I actually just kind of kept quiet and became reserved and kind of always stayed in the corner in the back of the room and didn't really speak to people. It was terrible actually because I wasn't really happy, and I came to believe that I wasn't a kind of person who would ever have a good social life, would ever be able to just have lots of girls as friends or being able to talk to girls. That wasn't there, and I just came to believe I was just kind of like, I might be able to make a lot of money and I might be successful, but that's about it. I wasn't a social person. People didn't really like me. And that was absolutely not true. But for most of my life, I believed that. And that's just kind of how it came to be. And I actually blame, for a big reason, my parents, for most part, because they were very strict and very protective of me. So they never really allowed me to go out to parties initially that I did get invited to. I always had to do my homework, was always strict, always followed the rules, and kids don't really appreciate that. So I was always kind of kicked out from the popular crowd, and I was always just a good, nice guy who just always did everything and never really fitted in and never did something bad, never came to parties. So it's kind of a big reason why I was like this. And then also because of my teachers, always so, you're such a nice guy and you do everything right, and I just became this like quiet, shy guy who just did his work and followed the rules, and that's it, because I was so scared of getting in trouble if I did something wrong. And then I just didn't really think for myself. I didn't have my own personality. I just kind of followed along. So that was a big problem for me. And then everything changed one time when I actually went on holiday after I finished school. It was my first holiday. I was 18, and it was the first time actually that I went on holiday by myself. I went to Europe for 6 weeks. I went to Turkey and Amsterdam and I think Prague. Don't really remember. But on the airport, I bought a book where it was about pickup artists in Hollywood. The Game by Neil Strauss. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. It's a bunch of guys who moved to Hollywood, got a big house together, and they were actually like these nerdy guys who weren't good with girls, but they made it their mission to just go out every night and learn these routines and lines and psychology, and just find out how to pick up girls. And they would get so good they'd pick up like the hottest of hot girls every single night in clubs. And anyway, this book was pretty entertaining. If it's true or not, don't really know. But this got me thinking, like, hey, you can actually learn social skills. You can learn to talk to people. You can learn to be friendly and how to interact with people, how to make friends, how to get dates, how to increase your love life, your social life, everything like that. And it just spiraled me into this journey where I went from learning how to pick up girls, and I kind of got into the personal development niche, where it wasn't just about improving my skills with girls. It was about improving my social skills. It was improving my life, how I thought about life, how to get the things I wanted in life, which was success, which was freedom, which was to break away from the status quo and not be stuck in an office job in a cubicle where I would hate my life and I would just be trading my time for money just to be able to pay my bills. That's not what I wanted. So I kind of got into the personal development thing, and then from there I got into internet marketing to be able to create my lifestyle in a way that I could make my money myself from my laptop from anywhere in the world, which is what I'm doing, is what I've been doing for the last 3 years. And currently I'm 26 years old. So I've spent about a good 4 or 5 years going through this whole process of improving myself, going from this terribly shy person with no confidence, with no belief in anything, to just being who I am now, going my own way, not really caring what other people think or what other people tell me what I must do. I just do what I think is the right way. It's not always right, make mistakes of course, but that's kind of how it goes. And actually in this process of how I became confident, because I was terribly shy with people. I couldn't keep eye contact, couldn't speak up. I was always the kind of person who would just speak softly, and people would always tell me to speak up, and I would always be shy to get up in front of people to voice my opinion, that kind of thing. So actually the process that got me there was learning how to pick up girls, and I would just go out 2-3 times a week, and I would literally go out to clubs. I would approach 10, 20 girls in a night, just go and speak to them, and in the beginning I would just be rejected over and over and over again. I would say the most stupid things, I would say the most awkward things. Girls would laugh at me, people would laugh at me, but anyway, I kept going. I was like, I have to learn this stuff, I have to get better with this. And it was a long journey, and I got discouraged at times, thinking like, whoa, this stuff is never going to work. But as I continued to going, I became more and more comfortable in social situations. I didn't really care anymore what people thought of me, if they laughed at me. None of that stuff mattered. So I just started becoming more confident, and as I became more confident, I started getting more success. And as I started getting more success, I became more confident. So it's kind of like the snowballing effect, where the more confident you become, the more success you have, the more success you have, the more confident you become. And just this confidence in this area of my life with girls, it just kind of rolled over into other areas of my life. So I was like, okay, listen, I went from being this super shy guy to being confident to be able to get girls when I want, anywhere I go out, different cities, doesn't matter. So if I can do that, I can do it with other areas of my life. I can do it with making money. I can do it with making friends. And this confidence just kind of came there. And it's not like I got the confidence from anywhere else. It's more like the confidence came from inside me, and I always had it. But I just understand that I have it, and I understand how to use it, and I understand that it's there. So it's like kind of, you have confidence. Even if you're not confident, even if you're lacking confidence, you are a super confident person, but it's locked inside you. And depending on your life and your social conditioning and your thought processes, this confidence can be locked super far inside you. And you have to learn how to unlock it. And once you unlock it, literally anything is possible. You can have the best relationships, the best friendships. You can have freedom. You can have the business you want. You can live how you want. You can have the job you want. Everything is possible through confidence, but you need to learn how to unlock it first. And that is the key. And that is why I started this blog. Actually, before this blog, I built up upgradereality.com, which is a personal development blog, much more broad, not just related to confidence. But I spent 3 years on that, and I built that up to about 10,000, 12,000 readers. And it was making me decent money. I sold it for a good amount because I was just tired of blogging on such a broad niche, and it wasn't really bringing a return for the work I was putting in. So I moved over to focusing just on confidence, because I still love personal development, but I actually think that confidence is the most important part of having a successful life, a happy life, to not be depressed, to just really want to live. You need confidence for that. And everybody can be confident, but so many people are not. And I believe I can teach people that because I've gone through this journey. So that's why I started Flawless Confidence. That's why I'm blogging. That's why I'm making videos, doing interviews, and teaching these people. And I love doing it, honestly. So the main thing I want you to take away is that confidence is super important. But you are confident. You have all the confidence you need. It's nothing about being born with confidence, or you need to have it or you don't have it. You have it, without a doubt. You just need to start changing the way you think, start creating a few new habits, start breaking a few old habits, and then you can just be confident. You can have everything you want. So I'm not going to talk very much further in this episode. I think that's just a basic introduction to who I am, what I'm about, what the site is about. If you haven't subscribed to Flawless Confidence via email, you should do that right now. And if you really want to learn how to overcome your shyness, how to be more confident, you should definitely download a copy of our guide, the training manual, confidence training manual. There's a link below this video to the training manual, and in there it's a much more detailed process, no nonsense, straight to the point, giving you exact instructions how you can change your life, how you can start thinking differently, how you can build new habits, how you can break your old habits to become confident, to get the kind of life you want. So I really suggest you get that. And there will be more videos in future, so stay tuned. Be sure you subscribe, and you will get in the future. Cheers.